At Easter, the fires had led to riots, and the night on the feast day of the Orange was largely calm. The anger on the Irish island about the Brexit policy is still great. In Dublin on Sunday, leading politicians commemorated the ceasefire that paved the way for the Irish Republic 100 years ago, and thus sealed the division of the Emerald Isle. The British ambassador also took part in the gesture of reconciliation. In Northern Ireland, which still belongs to the United Kingdom, the political situation remains extremely tense. Those in charge of the police and politicians held their breath there. Would there be another violent riot around the Protestant cheers on Monday night, a public holiday to commemorate a war that was far back in the past? July 12th, locally known as 12th for short, refers to the Battle of the Boyne River, where in 1690 the army of the new Protestant King William of Orange defeated the troops of the dethroned Catholic James II. The day traditionally serves as the climax of the triumphal marches of the Orange Order. What for many years represented the outward sign of the Protestant hegemony of Northern Ireland and was accordingly hated by Catholics has been gradually pacified since the signing of the Good Friday Agreement in 1998 and reinterpreted as harmless folklore. This time there is a dangerously irritated atmosphere. Hundreds of gigantic pyres were lit on Sunday evening, and 100 local parades were planned for Monday. The Belfast Vice First Minister Michelle O'Neill of the Catholic Republican Party Sinn Féin warned the Protestant Unionists and Loyalists, which means they are loyal to the British Crown, against provocations. Two colleagues in the all-party government, also Irish nationalists, even wanted to obtain an injunction to prevent a particularly controversial bonfire in the north of Belfast, where a Catholic and a Protestant residential area meet. The duo flashed off in court. The Unionist show of power is supposed to cover up their powerlessness and frustration with the political situation. Their largest party, the DUP, will provide the Belfast head of government, currently Paul Givan, until the next election next spring. But months of quarrels have resulted in the chairmanship changing twice within 6 weeks. Now the London MP Geoffrey Donaldson leads the totally divided party. Northern Ireland's future is at stake, warns the 58-year-old melodramatically, and calls for a significant reform of the controversial Northern Ireland Johnson Protocol. The document was part of the UK's withdrawal from the EU. It was supposed to do justice to the special political and geographical situation of Northern Ireland, namely on the one hand to keep open the barely existing inner Irish border, and on the other hand to preserve the territorial integrity of the kingdom. Because Prime Minister Boris Johnson's Brexit government brought about a heartbreak with the internal market and the customs union, a special solution had to be found for the North. This necessitates limited customs and good controls between the former Civil War province on the Green Island and the British main island. Johnson, on the other hand, had always assured the Northern Irish that such controls were out of the question. Yeah, he's a liar. The head of government once again did not take the truth very seriously, criticized Labour opposition leader Keir Starmer last week during a first visit to Belfast that was postponed for a long time due to the pandemic. Starmer believes that the Conservatives' approach is foolish and ruthless. For Brexit, Johnson is endangering peace in Northern Ireland, he said. The ongoing criticism of the London government of the Northern Ireland Johnson Protocol hushed up its own responsibility and made the necessary talks with the EU unnecessarily difficult. In fact, Johnson's chief negotiator, David Frost, will soon have to sit down again at the table with his EU counterpart Maroš Šefčovič in order to find a permanent solution for the recently granted transition period. The main concern here is the import of meat products from the British to the Irish island. Far too few veterinarians are available for the necessary controls, which is why there are always empty supermarket shelves, visible Brexit consequences for which neither Johnson nor Donaldson want to take responsibility. although the DUP is the only major party in Northern Ireland to promote the exit from the EU and ever had. The fear that there would be serious riots again on 12th, like at Easter, was great in advance. At that time, the cartoonist for the London Times summed up the facts. Young, angry people throw Molotov cocktails at a fire-red bus, while Prime Minister Boris Johnson escapes from the driver's cab on the other side. The bus bears the logo of the successful Brexit lobby Vote Leave and the slogan, "No border in the Irish Sea." A succinct comment about Peter Brook's drawing, promises, promises. If you understand at least a little bit of German, there will be a premiere tonight on Queer Views with a very interesting interview at 8 p.m. CET, so I hope to see you there. I'll see you in my next video anyway. Auf Wiedersehen.